Picture this. You're at a social event, and across the crowded room, you spot someone attractive. Your eyes meet, and just like that, a spark of interest ignites. The thrill of this encounter, the rush of emotions, and the uncertainty of what comes next is part of the human dating experience. Or at least, it used to be. Welcome to our exploration where we dissect the intersection of technology, society, and human behavior. Today, we dive into the digital landscape of love and romance. We're discussing how online dating has not only altered the way we seek romantic relationships but is reshaping societal norms. Online dating is far from new, it's been around for over 2 decades, with the launch of websites like Match.com in the mid-90s. But the advent of smartphones and apps like Tinder, Bumble, and OkCupid in the late 2000s and early 2010s brought online dating into the mainstream. Today, the concept of swiping left or right on a potential match has become an integral part of our social fabric. According to a study by the Pew Research Center, 30% of US adults have used a dating site or app as of 2020. And in certain age groups, that number is even higher. But beyond the figures, how exactly has this digital revolution changed the way we form romantic relationships? And what are the implications of these changes on our societal norms? We invite you to join us in this exploration. Share your thoughts, experiences, and opinions as we delve into these intriguing questions. This is more than just swipes and matches, my friends. We are navigating the brave new world of digital romance. Let's get started. The spark we just talked about? That's usually the start of what we call courtship, a dance as old as time itself. It was once a process steeped in tradition and societal expectations, a delicate balancing act of getting to know someone, expressing interest, and gradually building a connection. But online dating has rewritten the rulebook of courtship. The timeline, the expectations, even the very nature of this dance have been given a digital makeover. Firstly, let's talk about speed. Traditional courtship could take weeks, even months, of careful interaction. But in the online realm, the initial getting to know you phase can happen at a much accelerated pace. Within a few days of texting or a couple of video calls, you might feel like you know someone well enough to meet in person or even start a relationship. Then there's the very act of meeting someone. Gone are the days when you needed to rely on chance encounters or matchmaking friends. Now, the power is literally in your hands. Just a few taps on your screen and voila! You have access to a pool of potential partners that you can filter based on your preferences. But here's a thought, are we gaining convenience at the expense of romance? There's an inherent thrill in the uncertainty of traditional courtship. The anticipation of the first date, the excitement of the first kiss. Are we trading this exhilarating journey for the predictability and convenience of algorithmic matches? These are interesting questions to ponder as we continue to navigate the ever-evolving landscape of digital dating. The dance continues, but the rhythm has definitely changed. The advent of online dating is like building bridges across islands. It has enabled connections that were once hindered by physical distance, social circles, or even socioeconomic status. In the past, who we dated was largely dictated by who we could meet. This was determined by factors such as where we lived, where we studied or worked, or even where we hung out during weekends. In short, it was geography over compatibility. But now, through online dating, we've broken down those geographical boundaries. You could be living in New York and match with someone from London or Sydney. This brings about an incredible diversity in the relationships formed. Social barriers are also dissolving. Online dating sites and apps have provided a space where individuals from different social, cultural, and economic backgrounds meet and connect. The chance to encounter and engage with people outside of our usual social circles has enriched the dating pool and challenged our biases. But here's a question we need to consider. Are these connections, unrestricted by geographical or social boundaries, making our relationships richer and more robust? Or are they leaving us more confused and dissatisfied, given the vast array of options we now have? Perhaps it's both, or neither, or something in between. One thing's for sure, online dating has drastically widened our horizons, changing the way we perceive and engage in romantic relationships. Remember when the biggest problem in dating was mustering the courage to approach your crush? Those days seem simpler in comparison to the bewildering array of choices that online dating offers. Barry Schwartz, an American psychologist, coined the term paradox of choice in his 2004 book. It refers to the dilemma that more choices can lead to less satisfaction. And in the realm of online dating, this paradox is especially evident. Apps and websites present us with an almost endless pool of potential matches, each just a swipe or a click away. This abundance of options has given us the power to be picky, perhaps even too picky. With the knowledge that there are always more options, we might become reluctant to commit, constantly wondering if there's someone better out there. What's more, this paradox has altered our perception of the one. In the search for a perfect partner, we might overlook the importance of building a relationship. Learning from disagreements, growing together, and accepting each other's flaws. After all, perfection is a myth, and every person and relationship has its own unique set of quirks and complexities. But what does this mean for us? Are we spiraling into a dating culture of indecisiveness and dissatisfaction, propelled by the illusion of endless choice? Or are we just learning to navigate this new landscape, adjusting our expectations and perceptions as we go along? While there's no definitive answer, it's clear that the paradox of choice is one of the many ways online dating is reshaping societal norms surrounding romance and relationships. In our digital age, ghosting has become a term most of us are all too familiar with. Originating from the world of online dating, it's now a phenomenon that permeates many aspects of our social lives. But what is ghosting, and how has online dating given rise to its prevalence? Ghosting refers to the act of abruptly cutting off all communication with someone without any explanation. One moment you're chatting, connecting, maybe even planning a date. The next, they've vanished, leaving behind only digital footprints and unanswered questions. Ghosting is by no means a product of the digital era. People have been disappearing on each other long before the invention of the smartphone. But online dating has certainly made it easier, and perhaps even more socially acceptable. In the realm of online dating, interactions are often more casual and less committed than in traditional dating scenarios. The relative anonymity provided by the internet also makes it easier to disappear without facing immediate consequences. But what's really intriguing, and a little unsettling, is how this behavior is slowly infiltrating our societal norms. The term ghosting is now being used to describe similar behavior in professional settings and friendships. The question we need to ask is, are we becoming a society where avoiding confrontation and responsibility is becoming the norm? Is this a healthy evolution of our social behavior or a dangerous precedent that might lead to more disconnected and unempathetic societies? As we grapple with these questions, it's clear that the ghosting phenomenon, and the normalization of it, is a vivid example of how online dating is changing societal norms. In the online dating realm, authenticity is a highly sought-after quality, yet it's often elusive. One of the biggest challenges we face is the threat of catfishing, a term for the act of creating fake identities on social platforms to trick others, often for deceptive purposes. The term catfish became popular following the 2010 documentary and subsequent MTV series, both named Catfish, which highlighted the phenomenon. The cloak of digital anonymity makes it all too easy for someone to present themselves as anyone they want. Being catfished can be a devastating experience. It's not just about the emotional investment. In many cases, victims of catfishing have suffered financially or even physically. The catfishing phenomenon has cast a shadow on online dating, creating an atmosphere of mistrust and skepticism. The rise of catfishing poses a significant question about our societal norms. As we move towards an increasingly digital world, how do we balance the need for privacy and freedom of expression with the necessity of authenticity and transparency? Are we equipped to navigate this digital landscape where deception is merely a few clicks away? But not all hope is lost. As society evolves, so does technology. New tools and features are being developed to verify user identities, helping to create safer and more authentic online dating environments. Despite these challenges, online dating continues to thrive. It's a testament to our inherent desire for connection and companionship. The landscape has changed, and so have the challenges, but the goal remains the same: to find meaningful connections. In our quest for love and connection, we often disclose personal information online. But how has this new norm of disclosure impacted our perception of privacy? Online dating inherently requires some level of information sharing. From basic details like age and location to more intimate aspects such as personal interests and relationship goals, these pieces of information help create our online dating persona. But this shift towards openness is not without its dangers. Our digital footprints are more expansive than ever, creating opportunities for misuse. From a minor risk of embarrassment due to a shared message going viral to more serious concerns about data theft and stalking, privacy in the age of online dating is a complex issue. Interestingly, while we may express concern about privacy on a broad scale, many of us willingly trade it for the potential benefits of online dating. Is this a sign that our societal understanding of privacy is evolving? As we become more comfortable sharing our lives online, are we devaluing privacy, or are we merely redefining it? This isn't just a question for the romantics among us, it's a broader societal issue. As we move further into the digital age, how do we balance our desire for connection with our need for security and privacy? As we grapple with these questions, we must remember that every swipe, every match, and every message is part of a larger narrative: the transformation of societal norms in the digital age. Online dating has not only redefined romantic relationships but has also left a lasting impact on our social interactions and communication at large. Online communication, by its very nature, is different from face-to-face interaction. It allows us to carefully craft our responses, to present ourselves in a certain way, and sometimes, to hide behind a screen. It can sometimes foster more open and honest conversation, as the physical distance provides a level of comfort. But, does this digital communication compromise the organic flow of traditional conversation? Are we losing the ability to interact and communicate in the non-digital world, given that our primary mode of interaction is increasingly becoming text-based? Emojis, GIFs, and memes are now common elements of our digital vocabulary, adding emotional nuance to our text-based interactions. They are the new body language, conveying emotions and tones that text alone might fail to deliver. The concern, however, is whether these digital forms of communication are replacing or merely supplementing traditional forms of interaction. Are we becoming a society more comfortable with expressing emotions through an emoji than through words or actions in person? But it's important to note that change is not necessarily harmful. As society evolves, so does the way we communicate. The rise of digital communication might be viewed as an adaptation rather than a degradation of our communication skills. This shift in communication methods, catalyzed by online dating, challenges us to balance the old and the new, to retain our ability to engage in meaningful face-to-face interactions while embracing the convenience and expressiveness of digital communication. As we stand on the cusp of an ever more digitized era, it's worth contemplating what the future holds for online dating. What are the emerging trends and how might they further reshape our societal norms? The rise of AI and machine learning is one such trend. Already, algorithms play a crucial role in matching potential partners based on their preferences, behaviors, and interactions. As these technologies evolve, we can expect more personalized and sophisticated matchmaking processes. Another significant trend is the use of augmented reality, AR, and virtual reality, VR, in dating. These technologies can enhance virtual dating experiences, making them feel more real and immersive. Imagine being able to meet your date in a virtual cafe or park without leaving your home. What implications would this have for our concepts of distance and physical presence? Also, as our lives become increasingly entwined with the digital realm, there will be a heightened focus on online safety and privacy. Future dating platforms will likely feature enhanced privacy measures and stricter regulations to ensure user safety. But, with these advancements, we must also ponder the ethical considerations. How do we balance innovation with privacy? How do we ensure AI decision-making is fair and unbiased? These questions will become increasingly important as technology continues to advance. Regardless of what the future holds, one thing remains certain: online dating is here to stay. It will continue to evolve and shape our societal norms, just as it's shaped by them. As we navigate this ever-changing landscape, we must strive to harness its benefits while mitigating its challenges. We've taken quite a journey today, exploring the multifaceted ways online dating is reshaping societal norms. From the paradox of choice and ghosting to changing perceptions of privacy and communication, it's clear that this digital revolution extends far beyond how we find romantic partners. But, like all technology, online dating is a tool, and how we use it, it largely depends on us. As we navigate this digital landscape, we must continually ask ourselves, how can we ensure these tools bring us closer, rather than drive us apart? The future of online dating is an exciting realm of potential, brimming with innovative technologies that could further revolutionize our understanding of relationships and social interaction. But amidst this digital evolution, let's not forget the human element. The quest for connection, understanding, and love that lies at the heart of why we date, online or offline. And now, it's your turn. What are your thoughts on how online dating is changing societal norms? Do you have any personal experiences that reflect these changes? And what do you envision for the future of online dating? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this journey today. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might find it interesting. And if you haven't already, do subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and continue the conversation.